How about Mikko Rantanen? What a tear this guy got off to last season. 74 points in the first 50 games heading into the All-Star break. Mikko Rantanen, part of one of the best lines in hockey out there with Colorado.
Yeah, it was a surprise to a lot of people that he was actually leading the league at times last year. Now we know he's on a dynamic line, but the fact of the matter is he's a dynamic player by himself. We saw that in the playoffs. He ripped off 14 points in 12 games every single year. So since he's come over here, Mikko Rantanen is a guy that showed incredible progression. 38 points his first year, 84 his second, 87 last year, but he had some injuries down the stretch, only played 74 games. This is a guy that's got the potential to move way up this list. There's nothing I don't like about his game. I'm usually not this high on a winger, but this is a player that, yes, he plays wing, but he also can play center. His value is through the roof. Colorado Avalanche, they have to be over the moon about him because we know they got Landeskog second in 11. We know they got McKinnon first in 13, but it was in 15, 10th overall when they picked this guy, and that has set them on the course they're on right now.
And why so many people think the Colorado Avalanche are on the cusp of maybe being a Stanley Cup champion with all that young talent. But Rantanen, for me, we talk so much about Nate McKinnon, rightfully so, the speed, the game-breaking ability, beating players one-on-one. Rantanen's such a complimentary player on that line. We forget how skilled he is. He's big, that reach. He protects the puck well, so hard for defensemen. It wears defensemen down in the corners, allows his linemates to stand around that, and he'll make a play by protecting that puck, holding on to it for 15, 20 seconds, getting it out front because he draws a lot of attention to him. Great hands for a big man. He continues to get better lots. That's what I love.
Oh, yeah.
You talked about the offensive production, the numbers. He's just getting better and better, and that Avalanche team is going to be deadly. With all that young talent, Rantanen's a real big part of that.
Opened a lot of eyes last year. In the playoffs, when he came back from injuries, playing with Colin Wilson, not McKinnon at this time, and he's still putting up huge points. That was dominant to me.
Incredible stuff. All right, checking in at 21, the bread man, Artemi Panarin, coming off career highs in points and assists, and he finds himself in the Big Apple this season. What do you like about Artemi Panarin?
Well, first off, I might even have Panarin a little bit higher.
Ooh,
I don't like to throw around game changer, game breaker, cliché lots, because we always do. There's a lot of players that are, in fact, that. But he is a game breaker.
He's all
a
of
game
that.
changer.
Yeah.
He's all of that. He's a guy that can win a game single-handedly or on a single shift or a couple of shifts. I saw it firsthand when he played the Devils last season in a 5-assist performance, and it was a thing of beauty. I mean, he drew so many players to him because he's not afraid to make a play, controls the puck so well. It's on his stick a lot, and he's got over a point a game throughout his career, over 300 games. The second he stepped in the league with the Blackhawks, you saw that dynamic type personality. At first we thought, well, he plays with Patrick Kane. Maybe he's not going to do as well in Columbus. Well, he goes over to Columbus, and he carries the Columbus Blue Jackets, or is the main weapon, the main threat for them offensively. He's a guy that's only going to get better. He's going to make the New York Rangers a lot better. He got paid a hefty salary to do that. I'm sure he will. He's still young. He's a guy that continues to year in, year out on a nightly basis. He wows you. Sometimes he does it subtly by just hang on to the puck, drawing players to him. You start drifting. He's got two players open. He makes that perfect pass. He's a dynamic offensive player, and Panarin is one of those guys that I'd pay the price of admission to watch.
I'd imagine John Davison felt pretty good when he made the transition from Columbus to the Rangers, and then, of course, he's able to bring this guy along with him.
I almost forgot about that.
And that's game-changing because he knows what he's getting in Artemi Panarin, and it's more than just bread, trust me.